Hey, Katrina here from Scrappy Horses. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm so happy you're here. Hope you're enjoying a wonderful week where you are. I am working on a thank you card for the Cut It Up Challenge where we are giving thanks. So I thought what better way than to design a thank you card. And I am using some paper and images from Victoria Designs. And they are from a junk journal kit. So I'm going to be sharing how I took these pages from the junk journal and turned them into a card. Let's start out here in Cricut Design Space and let's talk about where I found these shapes. First off, I have the thanks, and that is from Woodland. And I have this shape, which is right here, from A Child's Year. Now, if you're new to Cricut Design Space, a long time ago, we used to buy cartridges. And we would get these cartridges with all these different shapes, and they had names. So that's why you see this Woodland, A Child's Year. These were from different cartridges. Then they uploaded all of that into the Cricut Access. So that's where we can find them. We go over to images and click, and then you can type in what you're looking for right up here in the box. These pieces that you see up here are from the Victoria Designs Pumpkin Patch Junk Journal, and I will list that below. I'll link it below, so if you're interested in getting that, you'll be able to find it. And this little image right here is also from that. So let's talk about how I actually did this. The first thing I did is I went to my upload. And then I actually uploaded a page from the junk journal. So I click upload image. I'm going to bring it in. Then I'm going to click, and I'm left clicking, continue. I want it just the way it is, so I'm going to apply and continue. I'm going to left click, flat graphic, continue. And then I can name it up here. So I have watermarked this. And so this is a watermarked Pumpkin Patch Junk Journal page. Okay, then you can add some tags here, which I highly recommend because if you're looking for something, that's how you're going to find it. So you might type in something like pumpkin, Victoria Designs, cart, fall, pages. You can put in as many as you like. Then you're going to come down here to upload and left click. Once it is uploaded, it'll automatically bring it in to your screen. I'm going to go ahead and size this down just by grabbing the corner here and bringing it down. Now, you can see here that I have this with the words on it. I have this with the cart. So I could cut away anything I wanted. That's how I got this piece right here, is I just cut away part of the page. And that's how I got this piece. And I'm going to show you how I did that. Let's bring this down. Let's pull in a shape. So I'm going to left click shapes, pull a square, so left click on the square, left click on the tab to make that go away. Then I simply decide how big do I want this on my card. So I'm just going to stick it up here and just kind of guess for our example here. So about 3.3 by 2.5, something like that. So now I'm going to come down, and I know that I want to get as much of this little cart in there as I can. So I'm going to come in and I'm going to move this page to the front. Now I'm going to come over here to the right hand column. I'm going to left click my square. Now I can see exactly what that's going to cut. All right, so maybe I don't want to cut off the little pieces right there. Let's make this bigger. Maybe I'd like a little more space, but I'm not going to change the size of this rectangle. So I must change the size of this piece and make it smaller. Easy enough. Now I'm going to come back. I'm going to get my square again, and I can see exactly where that is. All right, it's right here. I'm going to go ahead and pull this piece a little bit this direction, a little bit to the left. I'm going to click that square again. And let's say that I like that. All right, so let's go ahead and sweep over both. Let's go to Slice, left click, and now I have it. There it is. Easy, right? So that is how I got this piece. This layering piece, I'll be honest, I just cut that with a paper slicer at the craft table because I feel it sort of wastes paper sometimes to do rectangle layering pieces in Design Space. On occasion I do if I want them to be exactly the size, and the size is sort of an odd size, then I will. However, usually I cut them at the craft table. This piece right here is my card blank, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, which is really 8 1/2 by 5 1/2 folded over. All right, so that takes care of those two pieces. This piece was cut out of a journal page doing exactly the same thing we did here. Now let's take a look at this piece. Again, this is part of a page that I just sliced out the same way I sliced this piece. All right, so now all we have left are our die cuts. Again, this one's from a child's year. Very easy. I just rotated it 90 and sized it to the size that was going to work on my card. Now I wanted it to be a size that would sit behind this thanks and sort of give it a little bit of a blank space to sit on. Okay, so let's go back just a minute. I wanted this to sit to sort of give my thanks something blank to sit on. Otherwise it would have been sitting like this, and for me that just felt a little bare. So that's why I brought this in. I simply got my thanks, then I came in and I did an offset. If you have trouble getting it to offset small enough by using your mouse, you can set this anywhere you like. Left click this dot right here, then use your arrows on your keyboard and go left or right. I'm going to go left, and then re-click, and that'll take it down for you. I think I went a little bigger than that, so let's click that again and let's go right. Click again. I probably chose 0.056. I'm going to round that out and apply. I want to change the color of that black to sort of a creamy color, and there it is. Now if I choose to make that bigger or smaller, I can swipe over both and make them bigger or smaller together. I also can group them here, click group, and now they'll move together. Okay, I think that covers everything here in Design Space. Not too difficult. I don't know if you've ever tried to slice out of a piece of paper before in Design Space, like a journal page or something, but it really expands your repertoire here of images and ways that you can use Design Space. All right, let's take this on over to the craft table and let's assemble this card. We're here at the craft table and I'm getting started right off with this project. I missed running this through an embossing folder. I ran it through a 3D embossing folder that I think is really cute, and I will list that below. I went over it with some cashmere ink. Now I'm coming in with my little thanks that we cut, and I just put it right on my Versamark pad, and I'm taking some orange, it's sort of a dark orange embossing powder, and I've poured that over quite generously. And what I'm going to do is heat emboss that, and it's going to give it just a really fun glossy look and make it look even chunkier maybe than it really is. I like this color because it's not a bright orange, it's a really nice fall orange color. Again, I'll link that powder below. All right, coming in with my Fabric-Tac now, and I've already put some double score tape on these pieces. And I'm going to layer up that little wagon that we cut. Now I'm going to take my little thanks, and I'm using some precision glue, Barely Arts, to go ahead and adhere that to the offset piece that we cut. I cut mine in sort of a just an off-white color. I believe it's from Close to My Heart, which is now retired. Now this is the inner piece that we cut in Cricut Design Space that I'm putting on the inside of my card just to write my from or a sentiment. Then we're moving on to the outside of the card. I've gone ahead and I've put my other pieces in, and now I need to glue in the thanks. And that pretty much finishes up this card. It was an easy one. Hey, any comments or questions, leave them below and I'll get back to you. Thanks so much for hanging in with me, and I'll catch up with you in the next video. Bye.